This video shows how to obtain citations from an academic database and put them into Mendeley, a free citation management tool. You can obtain Mendeley at www.mendeley.com. We will do a brief search in a database called CINAHL to illustrate the process. CINAHL is an acronym for Cumulative Index to Nursing and Allied Health Literature. It is a nursing and health profession database, but the process of searching for articles, obtaining citations, and transferring them to Mendeley is similar in most databases, such as Academic Search Premier, PsycInfo, Web of Science, and PubMed. Google Scholar also works with Mendeley. Keep in mind we are going to do a rather simple search in our example. Databases have a variety of tools that help facilitate a search, allowing you to modify and focus the search to obtain better results. But our focus here is on obtaining the citations and moving them to Mendeley. Once you have them in Mendeley, you can store them and use them whenever you need. We are going to look for articles that discuss research involving exercise and cardiovascular disease. And we want the articles to involve randomized controlled trials. We're going to go to the library homepage, then go to CINAHL. We will do the search. We'll select the citations to obtain and save the citations to a file. Then we'll open the file in Mendeley. Starting on the Western homepage, click on Essentials, then click on Library. On the Library homepage, click on Databases A to Z. Then select Health Promotion from the Subject drop-down menu. You will see several best bets, and CINAHL is at the top. Click on the CINAHL link. You will notice if you are off campus or not on the Western network, you will be asked to log in to the system. Use your Western username and password, just as you would do for Blackboard. This is the CINAHL homepage. Click on Advanced Search. It gives us more functionality. CINAHL contains approximately 5,500 journals and magazines. So when you search here, it is looking for your topic terms in all of the articles in those publications. I am cheating a little here. I have already entered the terms into the search in another tab. I am looking for articles that contain all of the terms exercise and cardiovascular disease and randomized controlled trials. Notice the use of the term "and" in the search. Connecting the terms stipulates that each of the terms must be in each result. The database looks for these terms in what are known as database fields, such as title, abstract, subject, and author, among others. I have left the search options on the default settings. I don't change anything. I do the search, and there are over 7,000 results. I go back to Advanced Search and change some of the settings. I select Peer Review, Research Articles, and English Language. I do the search again, and now it is down to about 4,000 articles. By default, CINAHL looks for my terms in the full text of the article. I am going to tell it not to do that by clicking the X next to Also Search within the full text of the articles. This provides articles that are more likely to have my terms in the title, abstract, or subjects associated with the article. Now when I search, we're down to around 500 results. I can focus my search by specifying one or more of my terms have to be in the title or abstract or subject if I choose. By saying exercise must be in the title, it goes down to about 200 results. By saying cardiovascular disease also has to be in the title, it goes down to about 20 results, which is maybe too few. I can increase the number of results by adding alternate terms by using the term "or." I type "or" next to exercise and the database suggests additional terms such as fitness. I type "or" next to cardiovascular disease and the database suggests additional terms such as heart disease. I click search again, and now we went from around 20 results to around 330 results. We changed the terms, but we are still searching for the same concept. "Or" means just find at least one of the terms in the article. In CINAHL, when you type "or" next to the term, the database suggests alternate terms. Most databases do not do that. You have to think of the alternate terms on your own and type them yourself. Normally, I would continue to review the results to make sure they are right for my assignment. But in this case, we are more interested in how Mendeley works, so we are going to save some citations. We can save the citations for an entire page of results, or we can identify individual citations. By default, CINAHL displays 10 results per page. We can change that to up to 50 results by going to Page Options, but I'll leave it at 10. We will put the desired citations into a folder. Note the folder at the top of the page on the right. In the results list, notice the blue folder with a plus sign in it next to each result. If I click that folder, the citation goes into an unnamed folder, and the blue folder icon has changed to yellow. Side note, you can create a free account in EBSCO and create a system of named folders where you can store references for a variety of assignments. If I want all 10 citations, I click Share and then I click on the Results 1 to 10 link. Now all of the folders have turned yellow. Next, we will export the citations to Mendeley. Click on the folder at the top of the page on the right. Notice the folder has 10 items. You can select all to be transferred or select individual ones. I am selecting all. Click on the Export link. By default, the database is going to save citations into something called a RIS file. It's a file that ends with a .ris. That is one type of file that works with Mendeley, and there are others. Click Save. The file should go into either your Downloads folder on your computer or some other folder that you have specified. Now go to Mendeley Desktop. Select the group or folder you want the citations to go into. In this case, it's the group HPX Testing. Next, go up to File and select Add Files. Then navigate to the RIS file that you just obtained and click Open. The citations go into the group. Go to the View option in the Mendeley menu. Then select Citation Style APA 6th. Note that Mendeley has not updated to the more recent APA 7th edition. Although Mendeley does a pretty good job of formatting the citations, you need to check each one for some details, such as capitalization of author names or journal titles. They should not be capitalized, and the journal title should be in italics. The process of obtaining citations works in a similar manner for other databases. I have done similar searches in PubMed and Web of Science and will transfer citations from them into Mendeley. In my search at PubMed, there are over 9,000 results. I would normally use some techniques to narrow it down, but for now let's just obtain the citations. There are 10 per page again. You select the ones you want by checking the box next to the result. I selected the first 3 only. Click on the Send To button, then the Select Citation Manager, then click on Create File. PubMed creates a file with a .nbib extension, nbib. It is another file type that works with Mendeley, and it should be in your Downloads folder. Go to Mendeley, make sure you select the correct folder again, then go to File, Add Files, select the nbib file and click Open. The citations will go into the folder. I notice now there are 13 citations. In my search at Web of Science, there are about 2,500 results. There are 10 per page, and you can select all of them or select them individually. I am going to select 2, 4, and 6. Click on Export, select Other File Format. On the next page, click on the Online Reference Software drop-down menu. Select BibTeX, click Export. A .bib file is downloaded, a bib file. Go to Mendeley, and the File menu, scroll down to Add Files, and select the .bib file to add it to your folder. There are now 16 citations in the folder. Next, we will create a bibliography. Open a new file in Microsoft Word. In Mendeley, make sure you are in the correct group or folder. Then go up to Edit menu, scroll down to Select All, and all the citations should become highlighted. Go to the Edit menu, scroll down to Copy As, and then select Formatted Citation. Go to your Word document and paste it in. Make sure you paste as Keep Source Formatting. That's it for now. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me, Tom Schmiedel, or any of the other librarians. From the library homepage, under the Get Help menu, click on Research Consultations. Scroll down to the Library Liaisons heading and look for me or another librarian in your subject area. And have a good day.